All right. Hey guys. Thank you for joining in tonight. I guess let me mute everybody. Okay. Awesome. And then Kiara, you can unmute yourself when we get started here in just a second. But I'm really excited because tonight we're going to talk to you guys about getting distributors, and also I found out a lot of awesome information at the One Team One Mission and at the boot camp this weekend in Myrtle Beach from a lot of awesome VIPs and people who've been rocking it out. There's somebody who raised their check by $1,500. There's people who got $3,200 in wrap cash. So I really want to share with you guys how they did that and pressing forward and really going for these promotions this month. So without further ado, I will let Kiara take off, and I will let her tell you how she gets her distributors.
All right. Good evening, you all. So a little bit of personal advice.
I think you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
How about now?
Let me mute and then unmute you.
Okay.
Do you have like a protective case on your phone? That might be the issue.
Okay, can you hear me now?
No, I can't hear you.
Vicky, I can hear her fine.
You guys can hear? Is it just me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh, guys, it was so me. Oh my God, it was my computer. I didn't turn my volume up. Wow, I'm really sorry about that. Okay, well, blonde moment of the day, and I will let you take over.
Okay. All right. So some personal tips and also some different tips that I have learned over the course of this year as to how to get distributors. I'll start first with personally. Again, the posting. So most times at the beginning of the month is the time of the month that we really focus on getting distributors. And from the previous month, we also know about how many distributors that we need from that month based on, maybe people on our team that were not working and things of that nature. So most of my posts at the beginning of the month are to get distributors. And, of course, over time, I've learned like how to post, because again, sometimes we'll get caught up with posting, but our posting that is not really meaningful, and it's not really to the point where we're going to really attract distributors. So a lot of times what I'll do or post to get distributors is I'll post real life things that I do and then incorporate, people that may be looking for extra income, or those mommies that like to have time with their family or their children, but also want to earn extra income. So I may post a picture of me and my daughter, and I'll maybe have the caption will say, since I've started this business, I've had more time to spend with my daughter and still make money, or I'm watching a movie with my daughter right now, but still working my business at the same time. So things like that attract distributors. But again, we all like to have flexibility with our jobs. Another post that I've learned to, or what I've learned to do in our post, is to try to target the type of distributor that I want. So if I need a red on my team, and a red is one of those people that are kind of self-motivated, they're very driven. If I want that kind of person on my team, then when I make my post, I'm going to say, hey, I'm looking for self-motivated, highly determined females or people that will be interested in earning some extra income. So definitely being careful with the wording as well when we make our posts, to know what kind of distributors which we're going to attract and trying to attract. So beginning of the month, it's a good time to try to look for distributors or try to attract distributors. Then once someone comments or likes my post and says, you know, hey, I'm interested, or even if they didn't like it, I will then personally message them about, you know, hey, thank you for showing love on my post. Would you be interested in earning extra income? So once they comment back and say yes and they're interested, I then immediately get their phone number. And I've learned through some different training that I've done that you don't want to have too much conversation over social media or through a message. Allowing people to hear your excitement and your personal story, it makes the conversation a lot more personal. And also, I've learned that it's also helped me to actually close the deal on my distributors. So I'll ask them if I could have their number, or if they'd like to give me a call. We set a date and time that we can get together to talk. And then during the conversation, you know, I'm very enthused, because not only do I enjoy doing this, but, you know, I love to help people as well. So while I talk to my potential distributors about the excitement and all the different things that come with the company, they're able to hear that excitement and that joy in my voice. And, you know, most times it has led me to be able to close the deal with them. So pretty much those are the biggest tips and the ways that I have found the most successful with getting distributors in this business. Yes, I'm sure I'll think of another tip as the call continues on, but that's kind of the basics, I would say, as to how I've previously gotten distributors in this business. Just again, try to make the conversations as personal as possible. Also, when you're talking to them, always try to mention the different ways to make income in this business. I know at one point earlier on when I first started the business, you know, we tend to get caught up on just talking about, you know, how to get commission qualified as a distributor to receive a check and how to do the fast start bonuses. But it wasn't until later on that, you know, I learned that it's very important that we also mentioned wrap cash. A lot of times we don't, even as distributors ourselves, we don't take advantage of wrap cash ourselves. And it wasn't until I started taking advantage of wrap cash that I learned how much additional income and money comes from just wrap cash. So a lot of times when I'm talking to potential distributors and I tell them the 3 different ways between wrap cash, fast start bonuses, and then also our monthly check, and of course how much money I've personally made with wrap cash, I mean, most times that pretty much closes the deal, because I mean, that's like 3 different ways to earn income from this business, and really they're able to pick and choose and, you know, which one they want to take advantage of, if not all 3. So those are pretty much my main tips for how to get distributors and how to close the deal with potential distributors.
That is awesome. And one thing that I also use, just to piggyback off of you, to really close, is talking about the $100 bonuses, because there's a lot of people who join the business because of these things. They're like, man, if I could sign up 10 distributors and give them their 2 customers, whatever, and I can get that $1,000, that would cover my house payment. This would cover this, that, the third. But like she said, wrap cash is so important, and it's so awesome to have parties to get that wrap cash, because you never know when you will need that cash on hand. So that's really, really awesome. What do you personally use? Do you use Facebook and Instagram equally? Do you use one more than the other? What do you personally use, or to build your business? And where do you get your distributors from mostly? Is it from Facebook, from Instagram, or what do you use?
I use them equally. Most times if I make a post on Facebook, I'm basically copying and pasting and making that same post on Instagram. However, I have noticed that I tend to attract more customers and distributors on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And also a new technique that I've learned to kind of differentiate the two is with Facebook, I try to do less of pictures and things of that nature. I mean, I still do the pictures with the captions, but a lot of times, because Facebook is mostly geared towards statuses and things like that, you know, I'll make a status more so on, and I've learned that has attracted more people to make a status on Facebook Facebook, and then on Instagram, I will do a nice picture that I may find on Pinterest based on how I'm feeling at that time or at that moment, and then I'll just use the status that I put on Facebook as my caption. So that is how I use them both equally. However, I kind of use different techniques between the two based on what their primary purpose is. Again, Facebook is more so of statuses, basically how you're feeling type posts, and Instagram is more of the pictures because Instagram is mostly geared towards pictures. So yes.
That is awesome. I know for me personally, when I first joined the business, I mostly did Facebook, and I built to double diamonds. I built a diamond mainly through Facebook because it was like mainly like my warm market and like all this stuff. And then after diamonds, I went double diamond the next month, but I really expanded more out on Instagram. And since then so really do what works for you, but everyone don't be afraid to branch out. Cause I don't know if Erica is on here. I can't see everybody right now, but, I know that she was like, no, I don't want to do Instagram. And there's a lot of people on here scared of Instagram, but it's also like super awesome too. And it's really good. When you are posting on Instagram, one thing I'm going to talk to you guys about the algorithms on Facebook and Instagram. And one thing about the algorithm is do not post a status or a post on Instagram, and you know how you can tag Facebook and it'll automatically post on Facebook? Don't do that. Copy the post and go put it on Facebook, or do what Kiara said, make a status and then go on Instagram and make a post out of it. You can do that as well, because that will really deter. If you tag it to Facebook, then it kind of like leads through like, hey, you already posted it on Instagram. So because Instagram and Facebook are owned by the same company, so they make sure it's like kind of like, hey, people want to see new things. You just posted this on Instagram, and you probably have the same friends on Facebook. So they want to make sure that is kind of weeded through. So Kiara gave us some awesome tips on getting distributors. So you're probably like, well, who do I talk to? How do I even talk to these people? I don't even know. So I want to talk to you guys about making your hundreds list. If you have not already, it's about the middle of August right now. If you've not already made a brand new hundreds list for the month of August, you should be making a new hundreds list, adding 100 people to your list every single month. Here's how to do that. So, there's a hundreds list document in your eSuite. If you go to eSuite, press document and search 100, it should come up 100 list. You can print that out, or else you can use a notebook. I love using notebooks. I'm a notebook junkie. Or you can use a legal pad. You can use whatever works for you. But write down 100 new people. Add people on Facebook. You should be following people daily. And I know we've been using the app Followers to remove people who are not following us back, but there's an even better app right now that I learned about this weekend. It is called Cleaner. Hold on, let me see if I can show you guys what it looks like. Where's my camera? Here. Gosh, I'm like it's this one right here, Cleaner. Nope, not that one, but Cleaner. Just search it. And it has in-app purchases. So I think one of the girls said, I'm gonna buy it. I think it was $3 for me. And it is for iPhone. There's another one for Android, but Cleaner is really, really awesome because it does the work for you while you're sleeping. Like, you don't have to go through and unfollow the people. It will automatically do it for you through the night, because you're not supposed to have more than 50 interactions per hour, or Facebook flags your account. So you can set it to unfollow people who aren't following you back every 90 seconds, like one person every 90 seconds or something like that. And it does it while you sleep. You can set an overnight timer, which is so, so awesome. And you can, what I've been doing is I set an alarm in my phone for every hour so I can follow these people, follow I follow maybe like, I try to follow at least 200 to 300 a day. So I might do it an hour here, like 1 hour, I might do every other hour, something like that. So do whatever works for you, but set a timer. Don't follow more than 50 people or else Instagram will flag your account. It flagged mine because I was following like hundreds upon hundreds of people at a time. But Cleaner will make sure that they are unfollowing for you, and it makes your life a million times easier so you can focus on other business building things. So get Cleaner. So back to your hundreds list. Go through your Facebook friends, especially if you are brand new. Go through your Facebook friends. I don't know if Morgan South is on here, but when she first started, guess what she did? She went through her Facebook friends list, mentioned, like she was going through the whole thing, everybody. And that's what I did too when I first started, and that's why I was able to progress to Double Diamond in 4 months, because I was talking to people every single day. I was messaging so many people. I was following people every day. I was adding more people to my network. Go through your Instagram followers, write down your coworkers, your college friends, acquaintances, families, high school friends. Get into a group on Facebook of a like interest if you're into fitness, if you're a mom, if you are this, that, the third. Don't post it works in these groups, but start making friends in the groups. Like post a question you might know the answer to, but you just want to get like feedback, like, oh my gosh, girl, like, like just interact with people. We're in network marketing. You have to network with people. And add people, again, how I add people on Facebook daily. I might go to somebody, like a friend, and I might add like 5 of her friends. And I might go to like one of those people, go to her friends, add 5 of her friends, then go to one of those friends, add 5 of those friends, kind of just keep going through the chain, because I don't want to add, unless they've said no, which no means not right now. I just go to their Facebook page, and I don't want to add all their friends just in case they do become a distributor. So I don't want to take like all their people. But it's really good to do that. And I also do that with Instagram. I go to the Explore page or go to one of my followers and start following their people. Go like, oh, her Instagram account looks cool. Let me go follow a few people who like her pictures, and keep going through the line there. But making a continuing hundreds list is very, very important in this business in order to keep you going. And you have to message your hundreds list, guys, or interact with your hundreds list. Some people at the One Team One Mission and boot camp, I might say like, hey, Monday, I go through my hundreds list and I interact with everybody. I like and comment on their post, or I message them just saying, hey, how are you doing? And one thing that's really been helping me as well is on Instagram in the morning when I wake up, I will go through my Instagram stories at the top. And you can do this on Facebook as well. There's Facebook stories. Do Facebook stories, Instagram stories every single morning. Reply to at least 50 people or so or more. The more people you talk to, the faster you will promote. So I just interact with like, oh my gosh, you're so gorgeous. Oh, your baby's so cute. Your dog is awesome. Like, I don't know, just comment on their Instagram story, reply to it. It makes a huge difference. They'll start seeing your post, and things like that. So, some scripts, and I'll go back to Kiara on this as well. Some scripts that I use for distributors that to get distributors that has really been helping me. And also, like Kiara said, I focus at the beginning of my month. I make all my posts towards getting distributors. It's still good to post product posts or things like that, things that always post like you're taking your greens, hey, I'm wrapping today, this, that, the third. But I mainly focus my post more so on getting distributors, and then the end of the month I focus more on getting customers. So you do it how you want, but that is what works for me. What you post more about is what you will get more of. So this is a message that I send out that has been really successful for me, and you have to make your messages sound like you. So you will not sound like me. This is what I say. You can change it around to sound more like you. But I say, hey, and I say their name because people love to hear their name. I hope you're having an amazing day. I wanted to reach out because I think you would be so great at what I do. and so you have to compliment. You're gorgeous, have such an amazing network, and are great at social media. Would you be interested in making extra income from your phone? And I send this to everyone who likes my post, and you can send this to the people on your hundreds list. And another way you can like have permission to message is if you're replying to everybody's like Instagram stories and Facebook stories and stuff like that, that opens a door for you. You're building that relationship with people. You don't want to add somebody on Facebook and message them the next day. Like, that's not okay. Obviously they'll know your intention is just to use them, and we are people, people want to feel loved, and they want to feel a connection. They want to join a family. They don't want to join and be like used. So that is what I say. And I'll just go over really quickly some of the things that I learned during the boot camp. So if you guys have not already, take the color personality test. I know you hear us talking about like we're red, green, blue, yellow, whatever. Go to, and I'll put the link in Heart of Diamonds after, but it's Marcasetta. That is for the test for network marketers. But they were saying the statistics of the general population. And 40% of the general population is yellow, which means they're like very sweet, very soft-spoken, want to work in the background, don't want to be on the front lines, and are wanting to help others. So that's yellow. That's 40% of the population. 20% are green, which means they're very analytical. They will take forever. If there's somebody that has not joined you and they are like still thinking about it, this, that, they're probably green. So that's 20%. 30% is red. So that means me and a lot of you guys on here, which means very like type A, very driven, gonna get it done, very money focused, stuff like that. But very type A is like how they explain it. So that's 30% of the population. And then 10% is blue, which is like life of the party. Oh my gosh. If you approach somebody and they're like, oh, we can party, we can have parties. What? Like very social. That is a blue. So one thing I really learned, and I've learned this over my 2 years, it took me a while, but I finally got it. It's how you approach people. You kind of have to read people when you're talking to them. And it's really making that connection. Because if you approach a yellow and you're a red, and you approach the situation or the blitz as a red, they're going to be very turned off, because yellows are like they will back off in a heartbeat and run away, because that's just like how yellow is. Or you have to kind of read the situation. They're yellow, like, soften your tone a little bit, talk a little bit slower. Be like, if somebody says, if you are blitzing somebody, and for those of you that don't know what a blitz is, it's just talking to somebody about if you go up to your cashier or something like that, you're like, oh my gosh, you would be so great at my business. And they'll ask like, oh, what is your business? Stuff like that. That's a blitz. So if somebody says, oh, well, my sister might be really good at this, they're yellow, because they are always wanting to help somebody else. So get on their level, soften your tone. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Well, if your sister would be really good at it, let's have a party, really brainstorm that way. Or if you're blitzing something, you're like, well, how much money do you make with it? They're obviously a red. Again, the party is a blue, and then the green, they'll sit there and think about it for a minute. Like, does this really work? Like, I need to read the compensation plan. They read all the fine print, all that stuff. So really get on their level. And, I know a lot of you guys are red. I am too. Or a lot of you guys are yellows. You might have to, if you're talking to a red, be a little bit more straightforward. Like, hey, money, fast start bonuses, wrap cash, this, that, the third, talk about that stuff. Because they're more show me the money type of people. So again, I'll post the Marcasetta trait or test in Heart of Diamonds after this. But you really just want to speak their language. And hold on, let me close this door just really quick. Sorry, guys. So one of the presidential diamonds there, Mo Smith, she was talking about in her first 30 days, she made $3,200 in wrap cash. So how she did that is she went around to every salon in Greenville, South Carolina, and went in there and she was like, all right, one person, I want to wrap one person for free, but they have to agree to let me wrap them in front of everyone. So, she normally tried to have a stylist wrap. So of course the stylist, after she left some cards and stuff like that. So people are like, oh my goodness, like I want to try this wrap thing. So of course, like she would come back, wrap more people, so they could buy it for $25. And that just added up. So wrap cash is absolutely amazing. And a lot of you may be starting out and you aren't getting support from your family and friends. And this is a message that she said, and I wanted to tell you guys, she said she had a party her first month and she had 19 family members. They came to her party and they all talked themselves out of buying from her and supporting her. They were like, oh, this is too expensive. Does this stuff really work? You're going to have negative people like this. Like a lot of my family still does not support me, and that is okay. A lot of my friends still do not support me, and that is okay. Keep pushing. But she gave us this message that is really good and that you guys can use on your family. So write this down, and I'll put this in Heart of Diamonds as well, but if you can write it down, do it. It says, hey, and you can put their name. I just started a new business and they told me my family and friends would be the last to support me, and I want to prove them wrong. When would you like to talk? So it's like, bam, they can't say no now. That is like really awesome. You can use that. It just says, hey, I would just start a new business and they told me my family and friends would be the last to support me and I want to prove them wrong. When would you like to talk? So that's like something really good you can use as well, especially if you're still trying to get your first 4 customers or anything like that. And yeah, let me see. I see some people in the chat here. Can you guys talk about what you send people that have been getting LCs and DTs? I'll put some of those messages in Heart of Diamonds. I know if you search in Heart of Diamonds scripts, there's a whole feed full of what we send people as well that you can take a look at. But also, one thing I'm going to start doing that a Triple Diamond told me about there also is that she was telling us all about was her online parties, and she gets about 5,000 views in one night. And her check went up $15,000 because of these parties within this past month. And of course, because she's Triple Diamond, because you also get diamond bonuses, and we'll talk about that later. After you reach diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, you get all these extra bonuses called cabs and leadership bonuses and generational bonuses and stuff like that. But she does these online parties. And I'm going to set up one for this week, possibly, let me look at my schedule, possibly Thursday, maybe Tuesday. Let me look. Maybe Tuesday or Thursday. But how it works is you make the event public, but as distributors, you do not share it to your page because it makes you look desperate. But you're only allowed to invite 10 friends, and you just message your friends, be like, hey, we're having this awesome giveaway event. I would love for would you be interested in being entered for some free products? All you have to do is attend and sign in and stuff like that. And how it works is, so the event is public, so everyone who's going, they can see it. And every time that, so before the event starts, she's like, if you would like an extra entry into the drawing, you can share this event so people start seeing the event. And then when the event starts, it's a live video the entire time. So one person does it. So this week, of course, I'll do it. Or if somebody else would like to do it, they're more than welcome to do it as well. So So it's a live video. So every time somebody likes it, it bumps it back up in the feed. Every time somebody shares it, it bumps it back up in the feed. Every time somebody comments, it bumps it back up. So that's how there's so many views. And she has at least 150 to 200 active participants in it. So that's something I really want to start doing this week as well. And that I think we should also start doing weekly and have people go around and do weekly. But let me go around here. Kiara, what else? Do you have any other tips to share?
Okay. I think that you pretty much covered everything. Oh, also, sorry. Yes, one tip that just popped in my mind because I was actually messaging a potential. Another tip that I learned is your loyal customers. Let's say you have a loyal customer that does the 90-day challenge or the 3 months of trying our products. Always consider them as well. Like, let's say they come to you that 3rd month and they say, hey, I can't continue to purchase the products right now because of financial situations. Always look at them as also potential distributors, because most times they already know that, they've had a good experience with you and with the products. They know our products work. So they're going to be, and I'm actually a person that did this as well with Kiara. I tried the hair, skin, and nail vitamins first. And because I knew they worked so well, I knew the products worked. When it came to my 3rd month and I could no longer afford to continue to try the product, she kind of told me about the business. And of course, once I heard the money, I was like, okay, I'm in, and I became a distributor. So always look at your loyal customers as also potential distributors as well. So once they, finish a 90-day challenge or the 3 months, I always reach back out to them and just say, hey, would you be interested in earning some extra income with this business? And most of them, I have learned, will say yes. Whether they actually take the opportunity or not, it's because they kind of trust you. They know you at this point now, and they know our products. For the most part, they're more apt to actually join the company and try to earn some extra income as well. So definitely always consider your loyal customers as well as potential distributors.
Yeah, no, that is awesome. And I will say, I know Cheryl's on here. She was one of my first 4 loyal customers. And the day after she signed up as a loyal customer, she came back. She's like, no, I need this business. So she switched over to distributor. And I can't tell you how many of my customers have switched over. And I know Cammie and a lot of people always say, your customers make your best distributors. One, because they've already tried the products, they're out of the game, and they know what this business can hold because they've obviously been talking to you as a distributor. So if you have not already reached out to your customers, please do. They are really awesome distributors. Another timeline that I kind of use for my customers as well over the 90 days is I message them. I put everything in my calendar. I'll write it down in my planner. 2 days after they sign up as a customer, the 2-day mark, I thank them and make sure the card is sent out, the thank you card. The 2-week mark, I make sure they have their products and see how it's going for them. And then the 2-month mark, of course, I still check in every month. Hey, would you like to change how's it going for you? Would you like to add this to your order? I love this product, suggesting different things to them. And then at month 2, I start talking to them about the business. So just use 2-2-2, the 2-2-2 rule. 2-day, 2-week, 2-month rule. That has worked really, really good for me. So with that being said, and if there's any leaders that have any other tips, you guys are more than welcome to chime in here. But guys, really get serious about this. God put a dream inside of you, but it's totally up to you to make it come into reality. You have to put in the work, and you cannot let your why become your excuse. You guys have kids. I have 4 kids, so I can't say I have kids, but we all have obligations. We're busy, we're traveling, we're doing this, we're doing that. There's life. And, you know, we want to get to a certain point, but you have to put in the work. Whether it's a focused 30 minutes a day, whether it's a focused hour a day, whether it's, you know, starting your day an hour earlier so you can get some business work done, being productive, but you have to make time for it. If you are a checklist person, I will put a checklist in Heart of Diamonds tonight. I know I've been saying it, but I've been traveling like crazy. Not an excuse. Just kidding. But I will get that in there for you guys tonight and really get into a routine. I know I was hanging out with Reagan, one of my distributors, this weekend in North Carolina, and it's like really getting on a schedule and really having, if you don't have an accountability partner yet, get an accountability partner and somebody who's maybe going for the same promotion as you. I'll put a post in Heart of Diamonds also. If you guys are looking for someone, we could possibly pair you up. That's going for the same promotion, that you guys can work together, stay positive together every single day. Hey girl, this just helped me get XYZ. Post in the team page daily what is helping you. Encourage somebody, shout somebody out, because the more encouragement you spread, the higher you are going to go. So I really love all of that, and you are literally the energy setter for your business. So your team will do exactly what you're doing. Even if you just have one distributor underneath of you, you're like, oh my God, they're not working. Are you working? Are you posting daily? Are you posting 3 times a day? Are you messaging people every day? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? You have to look at yourself before you can say, my team isn't working. My team isn't motivated. How do I get my team motivated? As a leader, you have to show by actions. You can't just sit here and lead by words, because words mean nothing without action. So that's like really important. You're the energy setter for your business. Be confident. I know I posted this on Instagram and my Facebook, but consistency and confidence will get you where you want to be. Be confident. I know some of you is still like, oh my gosh, this person's not supporting me. You have to get to a place where you don't care what people think of you to go to the next level. So let me see here. I don't mean to call you guys out or anything. But Tiara, do you have any quick tip before we get off here? I'm going to go to Tiara, Cheryl, then Crystal. Let me see who else is on here. Kiana, and oh my gosh, I can't see people yet. So Tiara, you go ahead.
Okay, hey y'all, I'm washing my doors here in the bathtub, so.
Oh,
here.
sorry. Well, this means you can do this from anywhere.
Yes, exactly. One quick tip would just be to like stay plugged into the word. We've been talking about this amongst me and my leaders like the last few days. Like sometimes we get so hung up in the fact that we're not promoting, we're not getting a distributor, we're not getting customers, but you have to think like it could be that you're not at a place that God wants you to be in order for you to handle that new distributor that he wants to give to you, or that promotion that he wants to give to you, or that check that he wants to give to you. So keep that in mind and make sure you're plugged into the word as well as inspiration and stuff like that, so that you can grow in the process and be okay with learning.
That is awesome. It's so important. Again, like staying in the word and self-development, you have to do that and get your mind right first before you can even work for the day, and especially growing. Because I know a lot of the people that have come into my business, I wouldn't have been able to handle properly if I would have gotten them in the beginning. So that is really awesome advice. Thank you, Tiara. I will go over to Cheryl. Miss Cheryl Boggs.
Hey. My tip is obviously with the self-development, but stay plugged into your team. That's the most important. That's a second most important. They can't be there and help you if you're not involved, and that's going to be how you grow and stuff. So you just really need to stay plugged into your team.
Yeah,
they're there to help you and help you grow, and you learn.
That is awesome. So important. Alrighty. I will go over to Miss Crystal Taylor.
Hey,
Hey.
hopefully y'all can hear me.
I can. Awesome.
Okay. So real quick, my advice would be number one, just remember, how you felt when you first joined. 9 times out of 10, prayed on this opportunity, you received confirmation, and you really saw the vision. So, if you saw the vision at any point, up until now, consider it as consider it that it happened for a reason. God showed you exactly where he wanted to take you in the business. And so we can't be distracted by the things that are, going on, the people that are quitting. I think we've had like some major, just things have been happening in the business in general. And so just being resilient and not being distracted by what goes on around us and staying focused on the fact that we were called to do this. And then I think another thing that we have to be willing to do is to just kind of always re-examine or self-examine, where we are and what we can do better. A lot of times it's easy for us to get discouraged or feel like things just aren't happening fast enough. Maybe you've even contemplated, quitting the business, but if you just ask yourself, have I really done everything in my power to grow my business and be successful? 9 times out of 10, the answer will always be no. There's always something that you can do better. There's always something that you can start doing or do more of. And so I just always like to re-examine, where I am and what I need to do different moving forward.
Yeah, that is so awesome. I love that because I know there's a lot of people that I know I've had to examine myself as well. Like, dang, Victoria, why have you not signed anybody this month? Or why is this? Why is that? But I know you have to check, am I going as hard as I think I am? You really have to put that into perspective. So I love that, Crystal. Thank you. I will go over to Miss Kiana Crawford. Hey, girl.
Hey, y'all. So, my quick tip would be to practice what you preach and lead by example, because most of the time, if you are doing everything that if you want your team to do, to follow the steps to success and just work their business, if they see you doing it, then they're going to do it. Like, if they see you experience huge success from doing those things, then they're going to be like, okay, well, then that's exactly what I need to do. So just practice what you preach.
Exactly. That is so important. That is awesome. Thank you, girl. And then last but not least, Miss Erica White. She's one of the other leaders on here. Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot. Are you there?
All right. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Let me see what I actually look like. Okay. All right, I'm good. Because I took my little thing out of my hair, so my hair is like all over the place. Or it has the potential to be. Anyway, all right. So earlier, Victoria was talking about, give me 1 second. Samaya, stop for a minute. I'll get it later, okay? It's a little too loud. I'm sorry, y'all. Victoria earlier was talking about stretching yourself and with Instagram. Now, before I even start working my business with Instagram, I had what Bethany would say was Insta scared. And I was not trying to even delve into that like at all, because I didn't know those people, because you have so much access to people who you do not know like at all. Facebook, you know them. So you are at like the mercy of like complete strangers. But what I found is that it's so much easier to talk to people on Instagram than it is on Facebook. I don't know why it works like that, but it just does. So my point is, try something different, try something new, stretch yourself in the business that you haven't done before. If Instagram is something that if you have like, fears with that, try it. Okay, if you are not messaging on a regular basis, start doing it. If you have an issue with starting conversations, because I know getting off the mark I know that getting off the mark is not easy all the time, but in order for you to spread your wings, you have to at least start like cracking a knuckle or something like that. Like you really have to you have to expand yourself. You have to stretch yourself. I can't stress it enough as to where it's like breaking a bone. I hate to say it like that, but in order for you to grow, you've got to break. One thing that my pastor does says, and I'm not going to go on a tangent. He does say that the reset is in the brokenness, and that means that when you come to the complete end of yourself, that you are ready to do something different. You're ready to do something new. You are ready, or you will be at that new point. So just keep that in mind, that as long as you're in the stuck mode, you're going to stay there. Okay, but your breakthrough, your greatness is in your breakthrough. So just continue just to press forward and work it through scared. Work it scared. And that's the best that I can tell you. And after a while, once you start really flexing that muscle, it's just going to become second nature to you, and you're going to be flowing in your business, and it's not going to seem like a task at that point. You're going to feel like, oh, you're going to feel one with your business, not such that, oh, my It Works business is on my to-do list. It's not going to feel like, oh, I got to go wash these dishes or something like that. So the more you do it, the more it just feels real to you.
Awesome. That was absolutely amazing. And it's so important to just remember that you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable to get where you want to be. That is so, so great. Thank you, leaders, for sharing those tips with us. Those were all awesome. And really just go out this week with the intention. Always leave your house with the intention of talking to somebody. Always wake up with the intention of, I'm going to talk to somebody, new people today. I am going to sign a customer today. Have your goals in front of you. Have your dream board in front of you. So that is all really, really awesome. And I'm so proud of you guys for how hard you've been pushing, but let's really put it in the next gear and let's keep going this month. Make this a priority, because if you treat this like a part-time job, you're going to get paid part-time. If you treat this like it is a full-time job and you are going to be living off of this, then it will come to that, like you will be paid like a full-time job on it. So that's so awesome. So I will go ahead and pray, and we can go out in this week. I will let you guys know, download the app Cleaner. I'm still learning how to use it, so I'll go live later because I'm going to work on it like right now. So download Cleaner. I'm going to put the daily task list, if I can talk, in Heart of Diamonds. I'm going to put the accountability partner type thing in Heart of Diamonds. And I'm going to get the party set up for this week. So I'm going to do it either Tuesday or Thursday, because those are the 2 days of the week that a lot of people are on social media. And then from there on out, we can talk about possibly doing it on the girl does it on Sunday nights, and she says she gets a ton of interaction because people just chill on Sunday nights for the most part. But we'll play around with it. We'll see what goes on. But all right. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this team, Lord, this family that we have. Thank you for this opportunity that we have to reach more people and to change more lives, Father. Lord, please expand our territory this week. We pray that you bring us the people that are like us, that want this opportunity and need this opportunity, that they need an extra income, they need a change, they need to get out of the situation that they're in. And we are able to give them that blessing because of you, Lord. So thank you so much for everything. We love you. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys.